Hello everyone, and welcome back to today's video where I'm going to be giving sea power, naval combat in the missile age ago. Now, naval combat, I'm already mispronouncing it and I haven't even started the video. Sea power, and I'm looking at the title, it's right there above the screen. Sea power, naval combat in the missile age is a naval combat simulation strategy game, or an air and naval combat simulation strategy game that is set during the Cold War. Now, it's developed by Triassic Games and is published by Microprose. And as you can see from the footage that's playing in the background, a lot of these ships kind of look, their detailing looks kind of similar to another game that is considered a naval combat strategy game set during the Cold War. And if you're thinking to yourself, is it related to Cold Waters? You would be correct, because one of the lead designers of Killerfish Games, which put out Cold Waters, as well as two other games, Atlantic Fleet and War on the Sea, with Cold Waters being the most famous, actually helped design and develop this game. So, you know, a lot of the things that you see, especially once we get into it, some of the voice lines, that you'll hear it and you'll be like, oh, hey, I remember that from Cold Waters. Well, that is if you play Cold Waters. I love Cold Waters. This is one of my favorite introductions to like a simulation combat set for the Cold War. That and Red Dragon. That's just a brain aneurysm waiting to happen, but that's besides the point. The game, you have over 150 surface and subsurface vehicles, with submarines being included in that, as well as over 60 different types of aircraft. Each one has had its weapons recreated to the fullest extent of like common knowledge, as well as knowledge that is available to be looked up online, as well as there's an encyclopedia where you can look at the different stats of each unit, their weapon systems, the ranges of the weapon systems, what kind of sonar, what kind of radar that they use, as well as other small little nitbit pieces and things like their frequency in which they're detected and the frequency that they put off, as well as a whole bunch of other little small details that you wouldn't think of offhand. Now, I will say that this game is a little bit of a daunting task to get to learn in the beginning, but once you kind of play around with it once or twice for a couple of days, you kind of get the hang of it. Of course, I'm still getting the hang of it, but let's go on ahead and get started with the scenarios. Now, there are NATO scenarios as well as Warsaw scenarios. There are others, but I don't know what really these are for realiness. There's also user missions, which there are a lot of user missions that are already being put out. Some have leniency, in which you download them all and you can play them one right after the other. They kind of have a story that they tell. And then there's also some missions out there that are already, I've seen on YouTube, that are redepicting Red Storm Rising, which is one of my favorite Tom Clancy books. It's absolutely amazing. But we're going to go ahead and pick NATO, and some of these I've played through. I haven't played through all of them, mainly the ones towards the bottom, and All Your Guam Belongs to Us. That one, this mission took me at least 3 hours to complete with the time adjustment on. We're going at like 10 times speed, and the times when I'd be able to do 10 times speed, and when I was able to do 50 times speed, I'd be able to do that. And it still took me 3 hours to get units close enough. Not just using air units, but naval units getting close enough. But we're gonna go with Don't Mess with Texas, because why not Texas? As well as, I clicked play too soon. As well as it gives you a little like summary of what you're going to be dealing with. Of course, now naval power, not naval power, Cold Waters is a lot. I would say a lot easier to deal with, just because you're just dealing with one unit. But with sea power, you are dealing with multiple units, each one you having to kind of micromanage. Not really. You can put them in a fleet and tell them to go in this direction, they'll abide. But if you want to make sure that, you know, everything is going as possibly correctly as possible, yeah, we'll go with that. It's good to, you know, make sure that you're keeping an eye on every unit that you have, that you can possibly keeping control of all the units and make sure that nothing happens to them. That way, when combat does get started, you know, you have every possible option from each of the ships. But, you know, like I said, with time, it does get a little bit easier. Of course, that is true with any game, but don't mess with Texas. Welcome, Commander. USS Texas and USS Virginia, integral elements of Surface Action Group, otherwise known as the SAG, are operating in the Mediterranean Sea in a joint exercise with Turkey. However, escalating regional tensions have raised concerns as Syria perceives the U.S. Navy's proximity to its territorial waters as potential precursor to an offensive, possibly in support of Israel. Diplomatic efforts are underway to ease these suspicions. I was about to say subsitions. These suspicions, but the situation remains precarious. Rules of engagement dictate that forces engage only if fired upon, maintaining vigilance and a defensive posture while avoiding provocations that could escalate hostilities. Why did I say that like that? The mission's goal is to complete these exercises without triggering open conflict, de-escalating any hostile encounters, and ensure the safety of all U.S. and allied assets. Caution is essential, as the slightest misstep could ignite a border conflict. General quarters, all hands man your battle stations. Now we're just going to hit pause real quick because we do have access to a pause. Is there a wait, can we? Oh, okay, no, it's just you can slow the game down. Okay, didn't know that actually did it, but here we go. We have the Texas flotilla. Of course, we have our Virginia classes. We have two of those actually. One is called Texas, obviously. The other one is called Virginia. We have some Garcia classes, with this one named Albert David, and we have some Perry classes, one being Aubrey Fitch and Mikulski, which, there you go, different little insignia on it. Wait, did their little insignias actually... Oh yeah, they are different. That's cool. That's something that I actually didn't notice. And then, of course, the Virginia classes have theirs on there. They do have their flags flying, though. And flying high they are. I think the flags are all the same. Yeah, I think the flags are all the same. Yeah, the flags are the same. But, okay, we are in it. Of course, we do have a lot that, in the beginning, if you're, like, just starting the game, like, your very first match, and you're trying to figure out everything, there's a lot that you need to keep track of. Of course, with similar to Cold Waters, most of your information is going to be here along the bottom. Your weapons, as well as, like, your speed, your course, your kill status. I don't know what that kill feat. Let's see. It gave me a little thing there for a second. Oh, thermal layer depth. Okay, I actually didn't know that you can hover over that and it'll tell you the thermal layer depth. That's neat. Of course, we do have your radars and stuff. You can go MCOM. You have your air search, surface search, and you can turn on active sonar, weapons holds and stuff. And then you have your information or event log, which I don't think in Cold Waters there is an event log. Of course, there is an intelligence log though as well, or not intelligence log. Where is it at? It's somewhere around here. Oh, the information panel. Somewhere along here. Oh, I gotta look at the. I gotta find a target first. Okay. Let's go ahead and open up the map. We have some other ships around us as well. We have a friendly Echo semi-large. You can right-click on it and go to information. There you go. So something similar to Cold Waters, where with Cold Waters you had your sonar and you had to like adjust the little scale to figure out what ship is what. With here, you kind of look at this and you kind of gotta guess, or not really guess, but it kind of tells you what all you might be looking at. Of course, the same can be said for whatever this is. Let's go ahead and look at our information panel for this. It's being detected by DACE. What is DACE? Submarine. Submarine is DACE. Okay. Permit class. Is that what that is? Permit class? Let's see. You can go over here. Right click. Unit reference. There you go. So it is a permit class attack submarine. Like I said in the beginning, you can look at everything and look at like the torpedoes and stuff, or missiles if you have any. So you have some harpoons for ground. No, those are anti-surface harpoons. Okay. I know one of these ships does get ground striking harpoons, but I'm not too sure which one it is. But let's see. It is considered main power use as diesel, so it could be a trawler or it could be a dehow. I think that's a... I don't know what actually that is. What could that be? Not too sure. And then there could possibly be an F-boat. Not sure what that would be. I do have a submarine that's like right here. I could just tell you to surface, couldn't I? Oh no, I could tell you to engage your towed sonar. And are you above the layer? The layer is 200 feet down, so you are above the layer. Yeah, thermal layer is actually 300 feet down in this area, and we're at 95 feet. Let's go on ahead and go back to our main flotilla, though. Let us see where we need to go. Let's go on ahead and open up the map again so we can zoom out, zoom back in. Now, you can set a different course, but I'm going to try to keep to this course that I've been given by default. Let's go to our to Mikulski. Oh, no, wrong button. And launch our helicopters. We do have 2, I think, on here. Yeah, 2 helicopters. Each ship will have its own, like, helicopter complement. Mainly, you'll see 2, but sometimes you might see 1. Sometimes you might see 3. Of course, with the with the carriers, you're going to get way more stuff that you can do, way more units that you'll have access to, and then with aircraft, that's a whole nother pickle that you got to figure out how to manage and stuff. But once you get the hang of it, like I said, with any game, it's fairly easy. Mainly at the moment, all you know is that tab opens up the map and backspace does cinematic. That's like all I've managed to learn in like the last week of figuring out how to play this game. But oh, is it a nice game? Oh, it's so nice. Oh, I love these kinds of games. There's a game that's coming out in June that I'm looking forward to. I meant to kind of play it, or kind of like record myself playing it, which I forgot. I didn't get a chance to because I was just having so much fun, and that is Broken Arrow. Oh, I can't wait for Broken Arrow. I loved Red Dragon. Now, I played Red Dragon, and I say Red Dragon is basically an aneurysm because there's a night and day difference between the two. But then there's also, you got to remember, when each game is being developed, Red Dragon is like from the early 2000s, and Broken Arrow is like more modern, so there's more modern like stuff that you're dealing with. Okay, we got bandits inbound. We are going to go on ahead and say request identify. We're going to challenge their identification, see what we get. We're going to challenge the identification of everything. Request identification, request identification, request. Oh, submerged submarine. Okay. Let us not dilly-dally. Let's see, the event log. What was it? 404. It's going to be up here, I think. 713 is considered a hostile submarine. Okay. We now know what we're dealing with. Good thing we're launching helicopters. Our helos will help in the anti-submarine. And 701 is hostile. 701. No, not 702. 701. Here's 701. Okay, we're launching helicopters right now. Let's go ahead and launch one from the Garcia as well. In a anti-submarine warfare configuration, or an ASW. I will say there are a lot of things that I'm still like trying to learn. Like, my knowledge mainly comes from tanks and planes. When it gets to more modern ships, I don't really know too much about them. I love them. I like the way they look. I even like the Virginia class. Like, the Virginia class is like, I know this ship. Like, this is a very iconic shaped ship. Like, there's no confusing it with any other ship at this time. And of course, there's Iowa. Everyone knows Iowa. And then that's kind of where my knowledge kind of like falls off. And then submarines, because Los Angeles class, that's like my favorite submarine because of cold waters. But of course, other submarines I don't really know too much about. Like, I know of 1 or 2 of the British ships, submarines, if I see it, but it'll take a minute for me to understand like what I'm looking at. The Russian submarines, of course, I know those. There's the Alpha, Akula, and then the Typhoon. The Typhoon is obviously the biggest one. The Akula is the small one, and the Alpha is like the mid-range one, each one having its own different shapes. Let's go ahead and send off one of our submarine scouters. We're going to go ahead and open up big map, and we want you to engage with the drop pods that you get. Give us a spread so we can see what the heck it is that we're looking at. I did that spread completely wrong, but that's fine. And then we're going to send you out this way. Turn your surface search radar on as well. And then we're going to have you go out here and do the exact same thing. Engage with your submarine warfare. I should spread these out some. There you go. That kind of gets it going some in a sort of pattern. Oh, no, wrong button. Okay, there you go. Okay, and then for our last helicopter, which is turned its search radar on, we're going to have you go to a altitude of 1,000 feet. And we know that there are some hostile targets nearby. Like 701, that is hostile. If it gets closer than 10 nautical miles, we'll shoot it down. Let's go on ahead and get a reading from Texas. We want it to be within... Okay, 10 nautical miles is kind of close. We'll say within 20 nautical miles. If they get within that range, we'll start shooting them down. And that's not what I want. There you go. Nope. Take that off. Okay, there you go. Our submarine has its towed array down. I don't want to go to active sonar because that'll give us a way to whatever this is. Now this looks like an enemy formation. If I was defending my coast, I'd line my ships up like that in a formation, or either like another formation. We're going to challenge their request identity again. We're going to put you a little bit closer like that. I want you to kind of get like right there. Okay, we have multiple hostile contacts now detected. I still want you request identification. Send another request. Challenge. Okay, that's a cruise liner. Why is there a cruise liner? Wait, what? No, resume. Tab. There you go. Why is there? Oh, it's a Russian cruise liner. Is this that icebreaker cruise liner? The one that you can book, like, go into Antarctica with and it breaks the ice? I think, isn't that cruise liner nuclear powered? I have no idea. Okay. You. 711. Or 7011. 7011 does not respond. Okay. Air contact is getting a lot closer. Whoa, what did I just pick up? Okay. This is considered a hostile target. Both of these are considered hostile. 704. Albert Finch. No, I want you to formation. Okay, no, you're in formation. Give me a SM-1MR and engage. Single shot. Engaging track. Buoy away. Okay, we got one off. Engage track 7. Got one more off. Okay, they're in the 20-mile range. We got 2 missiles out.
Contact faded. Birds away. Track 7001. Air. Contact detected.
Now I can do this. There you go. Look at that. That's way more cinematic.
Contact faded. Track. Track.
Ooh,
7, 0,
what did I just hit?
0, 4 is toast. Contact faded. Track. Track 7, 0, 0.
I wonder what that was.
Is toast.
Information. What was that?
Contact
Oh, it was a MiG-28. It was an F5. They were trying to get Maverick. Okay, let's go on ahead, and our sonar buoys are being placed. They came within 20 kilometers, or 20 nautical miles of us. I feel like that gives us a right to shoot them down, because their course was hostile. That would be my defense in naval court.
Contact faded. Track.
Alright, let's see what else we got.
Contact faded.
Submarine
Air. Contact detected.
27016 faded. 7016.
Track.
Those are targets launching from an airfield, most likely.
Contact faded. Track.
Okay, we know what those targets are. I want you to turn and get eyes on this semi-large target. I want to say it might be...
7, 0, 1, 2.
Um,
Contact faded.
it says merchant, but it said submarine in the beginning. Contact, where is that at? Contact was a submarine.
Track.
701, classified, neutral, 710, 712. Where is 712 at?
Contact faded. Track. Contact faded.
Ooh, okay.
Track.
There's so much stuff coming in. 1000. Let's go down. Let's go down.
Contact
713.
faded. Track. Buoy away.
Okay, radar contact.
Faded. Track.
Where is that? 712. 703, 712. Okay.
Contact faded. Track.
Okay. Y'all, I'm trying to read stuff here.
Contact faded. Track.
Okay, we're gonna turn all y'all's radars off in a second. Hold on. We're doing that.
Contact faded. Track.
All order sensors MCOM.
MCON, secure all emitters. Radar eye. Air. Contact detected. Air. Contact
Who didn't secure their radar? MCON.
Contact faded. Track.
MCON.
Buoy away.
MCON. You're on it yet.
Contact
Okay.
faded. Track.
Who's still...
Buoy away.
Somebody's still detecting stuff. I think it's one of the helicopters. Okay, let me see. While it's kind of quiet, and then we'll turn all radars back on in just a second. I saw it. Track 713 is a hostile submarine. Track 713. Where is Track 713? I don't see a Track 713. So was it reclassified then? 709, 710, 711, 7010, 7014, 7015, 7016, 7017, 7018, 704, 7001, 720, 712, visual track 712. But it's 713. Where's track 713 at? I don't see a track 713 anymore, so it must have been that. MiG? The MiG that I shot down? No, that can't be right. Okay, well, I guess I can confirm that whatever it is might be a merchant ship, not a submarine. That submarine, though, I have no idea where that went to. No idea, but let's go ahead and tell the fleet to, as a fleet, formation orders, sensors, air,
Multiple air. Contact
sensors, surface,
Multiple air. Contacts detected. Air.
formation
Contact
orders, sensors, surface. There you go. That should have told them all to... Nope, didn't work. I think I turned them all off. Or there's some of them turned off.
Surface contact faded. Track. Buoy away. Contact faded.
Alrighty.
Track. Contact faded. Track.
T-95 is still right there.
Track. Contact faded.
Go ahead and have, I was about to call it a skipjack. Let's have our Barry class, or our permit class turn back around. I don't know why. I don't know. I saw it, the rear of it, and I thought skipjack. I don't know why.
Contact faded. Track. Contact faded. Track.
Okay, well, at the moment there is a lot happening, so we will
Contact faded. Track.
come back once something happens. Also, Fitch, why are you way over here? Sensor formation, rejoin formation.
Contact faded. Track. Contact
Why are you, go all ahead standard?
Contact faded. Track. Contact faded. Track. Air.
Are you
Contact detected.
busted?
Going away.
It's information.
Contact faded. Track.
Ceasefire.
Ceasefire. Track. Air. Contact detected.
I don't know what Fitch is doing.
Turn to course. Contact faded. Track. Contact faded. Track.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, where they'll like kind of like mess up.
Faded. Track. Contact faded. Track.
Okay, it's returning back into formation.
Contact
Perfect.
faded. Track. Air. Contact detected.
You go investigate what this is.
0, 1. Contact
No, actually, go and investigate what this is, because I don't know what that 7011 is.
1. Contact faded.
Still trying to figure out what 7013 was, unless it was in fact those those pair of MiG-28s that were coming in at me.
Contact faded. Track. Buoy away. Air. Contact detected. Contact faded. Track.
Okay, and since you're done laying buoys down, we're gonna have you go and investigate that target out there.
0, 1, 2. Contact faded.
Alrighty, once we get a little bit further along, we'll pop back in. Alrighty, we have popped back in. We now know what we're dealing with. We're dealing with some OSAs and some Petya 3s. These are some
Contact faded.
patrol boats? Yeah, patrol boats. Of course, I'm kind of like right up on top of them, so we're going to go all stop, and we're going to go below the layer.
Contact faded.
And let's go ahead and bring in our turret array
Contact faded.
in case we have to start doing some maneuvers.
Track. Contact faded.
And then we now also know what this is. It is a merchant ship that's going to pass extremely close by to our
Air. Contact detected.
flotilla here. Not too sure what this is. It says it's a merchant, but you never know.
Track.
And then they have no idea that we're right here, do they? Nope.
Contact faded.
I could launch some
Contact faded.
torpedoes at them
Contact faded.
and then crash dive. They have torpedoes of their own, especially these.
Track. Air. Contact detected.
But we're told not to engage unless engaged upon, so
Contact
Dace, sit here and look pretty, I guess, for the time being. And we will pop back in once something else happens.
submerged submarine. Contacts detected. Track 7097.
Alrighty.
Submerged submarine.
Okay, submerged submarine.
Engage track 7. Turn to course.
Let's see what you're all about. Oh no, what have you done?
97.
Okay, apparently we launched a torpedo at a suspicious noise.
Hostile surface. Contacts detected.
Okay, they now know that we are here. Let's go ahead and turn the sub
To
around.
course 151. Hell my.
Let's go ahead and increase to ahead 2/3. I think we're ahead 1/3.
Maneuvering eye.
That's a submarine, alright. Probably. I think we put these sonars out. Okay, those enemy ships are within the 21 to 22 kilometer, or 21 to 22 nautical mile range of our ships. I gave myself a 20 nautical mile range of what would be hostile and what would not be. Oh. Noisemakers being popped, so there is indeed a submarine down there.
Course 173. Hell my.
Turn us faster. Ahead standard.
Head standard.
I don't care if you cavitate. Get me eyes on that submarine and go to depth. Above layer.
Torpedo in the water. Bearing 156.
Enemy torpedoes! 2 of them, actually. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Contact faded. Track.
I want you to go, bring in the towed array.
The towed array. Sonar eye.
Give me another torpedo at something.
Contact faded. Track.
Give me a torpedo at that.
70.
Perry class, I need you to launch... No, Finch, you're closer. Give me 2 helicopters. Fast. As fast as possible. You need to get over here.
Roger. Contact faded. Track.
Okay, back to the sub. Okay, we've got a torpedo onto our bow. We need to go very deep.
Make my depth.
Gonna crash dive us.
5, 6, 6. Dive eye.
That's a set torpedo. Let's see. Information. What could it be? That's because I'm not spotting it anymore.
Contact faded. Track.
I probably should have ran. They might.
Submerged submarine. Contacts detected.
Okay. Our submarine's first torpedo is nearby. Second torpedo is nearby as well. I wonder how deep are we? Drop a noisemaker.
Out.
No, 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 no. I wish I could
Contact faded. Track.
cavitate it, but I can't.
Hit. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 110.
Ahead flank.
Flank. Maneuvering eye.
Damage control. Rudder's out. Dang. Okay.
Contact
I'm so
faded.
used to being able to
Make my depth.
control it
Dive
myself.
eye.
Put us on the ceiling.
Decoy out. Contact faded. Track.
Helicopter, where you at? I need you like yesterday.
Roger. Turn 088. Contact faded. Track.
Damage control, moderate. Flooding, moderate damage. Mainly it's flooding. Engines and propulsion are out.
Decoy out.
Drop another decoy. I think there is a way to control it. Let's do a double salvo.
We've been hit.
Ah, nope. Give me the double salvo. I think we're torpedo tube inoperable now. I think we're out. No, we lost our submarine. Damage control. Flooding heavy. Yeah, we're out. Ballast are also out. We're near the surface. Kinda. We're getting there. Dang, we lost our sub. Okay, we're going to tell the fleet to increase speed. Formation orders. Can I tell y'all as a fleet to increase speed? Oh, I can't. Okay.
Flooding beyond control. Abandoning ship.
Dang, there goes our sub. Oh, man. Okay. Your time is drawing near, though, you. Our helicopter is getting there. You also need to sit here.
0.
You also need to sit here.
089.
That boat is slowing down. Okay, let's see if I can't speed up. You do 10 times speed. Those torpedoes are still down there in the water. I think the torpedoes might have locked onto the other target. No, they're circling, or they're searching for a target. They don't have one. Okay.
Bearing 1, 2.
There goes the first set of SSN-2s, anti-ship missiles. Let's have the fleet start engaging. Virginia class, give me.
Surface contact. Engage track 7. 1,
Yeah, okay, you
0.
can engage,
7,
engage,
track.
engage,
Start
or
course.
engage.
1. Engage track 7. 1.
Formation.
1. Salvo fire.
Return to formation.
Away, track 7. 1, 0, 7.
All ships, formation, orders,
1, 4.
weapons
Declassified.
free.
Hostile. Bulldog away. Track
There we go.
7, 1, 1, 4. Birds away. Track
There's just
7,
the fleet's
1.
launching missiles.
Vampire. Bearing 1, 1, 9.
Got one downed. Wish I could click on the other ship.
Surface contact detected. Birds away. Track 7, 1, 1, 1.
The other ship's launching.
Birds away. Track 7, 1, 1, 1. Track 7. Birds away. Track vampire.
Oh, they're launching more.
1, 9.
All right, let's go. Let's have a look at what's going on in this situation.
Birds away. Track 7, 1, 1.
Okay, we've also launched some weapons at these ships as well because they're part of the fleet that's opening fire on us.
Contact detected. Surface contact detected.
Okay, we're gonna, since you're in here first, we're going to engage with some sonar buoys to get a direction or an idea of what is under the water, and then we're going to carry this on over here.
096.
Alright, we have some AGMs. What are these? AGM 84s, right? Yeah, AGM 84s inbound to that. Virginia class, did you return to formation? I think you might have not. You did not.
Vampire. Bearing 1, 1, 4. Track.
Oh yeah, this one's definitely got to go. He's doing another launching. Okay. This ought to take care of him. Actually, there's 4 missiles inbound, 4 AGMs on him.
Bulldog away. Track 7, 1, 1, 4.
Jimmy,
to
turn
course.
around,
0,
please.
4,
Do your
0.
job.
High.
Help.
Track 7. Birds away. Track 7, 1, 2,
Let's see, we're about to get
0.
the first of our AGMs about to hit.
Surface.
They're putting up some serious flak and autocannon fire.
Bulldog away. Track
There goes a lift up.
1.
And right into the deck. 1 down, 2 down. Okay, 1 ship out with 2 hits into it. Our SMs are hitting.
Bearing 1, 1, 3. Track 7.
Bearing 1, 1, 3.
4. Track vampire. Bearing 1, 1, 3.
Missile just flew by the camera. That's pretty neat. I think it was this one, yeah. It's about to get smacked by probably 1 or 2 missiles. By 2, looks like.
Bulldog away. Track 7, 1, 1, 6.
Let's see. Our ships are still launching. Here comes the missiles. Yep, there was 2. 1 missed, though. Went long. You get back into formation ahead flank, please.
Hit track 7, 1, 1, 5.
Okay, well that was finally a bit of action.
Bulldog away. Track 7118. Track
Okay,
7118.
we've got AGM-84s out on multiple targets. We're going to tell our formation to hold weapon fire. I hope they all do it. Texas is on hold. Virginia's on hold. All ships are on hold. Perfect. And then we'll take control of if we need to manually attack. Like Barry, give me. Virginia, give me a sensor, or give me engage with double shot. Should I do it with this? No, it's out of range, so I need to do it with the AGMs. Single shot should do it.
Bulldog away. Track engaging. Track 711.
Yeah, a single one should do it. Or I've already launched 2. Okay, never mind. 2 should do it. Of course, they do have the possibility of changing targets, like these 2 are actually already on target to it, so that was actually a waste of 2 AGMs. Oh, he's actually on fire already. Well, now he should definitely be out. Oh, 1 went short. Okay. Okay, our helicopters are almost inbound to the location of the submersible, which I'm gonna say it might be an alpha, but it could also be an Akula. Because if it was an alpha, I think the alpha uses a different type of torpedo than this one. Which this is a, what is this? This is a Set 65. Ah, loud helicopter noise. I know that was loud. That was really loud. Okay, you, request identify. What are you? Oh, you're that lawner. Lawner. You're that liner.
Track 7127
The,
is classified.
okay, the Petya got taken out. It's just a visual mess merged from that. I want you to give me another salvo of the AGM-85. Single shot. Give me that OSA.
Bulldog away. Track
Give me 2 actually, just to be safe. And give me 1 there as well. Or did I? Okay, I might have not clicked it. This one might be more than enough. Especially if it does enough damage to it. That was a big explosion too, whatever it was. Okay, helicopters, are y'all almost there? We must avenge the Daisy. Or however you say that. The... whatever the submarine was. The permit... you know, reference, what was this? Yeah, the permit class. Poor submarine. Sat on the bottom of the freaking Mediterranean. Oh, that was horrible. Okay. I don't know what this helicopter's doing, but I think one of the stuff was taken off. Nope, that's not what I want. You engage with this. I wish I had a heli with the sonar dipping. That would be very useful. Alright. Osa, your time is short-lived upon this world. 2 AGM-84s coming for your number. Alright, we're beginning to drop sonar pods as well. Virginia's doing 30 knots. Formation, return to formation. Finch, are you going slow enough to do a towed array? Or do you have a towed array? You do. Deploy.
Stream the towed array. Sonar eye.
Since you have a towed array, Finch, I'm going to actually have you disband from the group. I want you to tell me what's over here. Trying to take down the AGM-84 with the little snub gun into your thing. Okay, all of those fast attack boats have been dealt with. Our Perry class Fitch is turning about to give us a view of what's over here. We're actually going to have you engage full on what's over here. Let me see. One of you... Oh no, I think it's actually the Garcia class that I should probably have go after this because it has... I think the weapon type that I'm looking for? No, Mark 46 torpedoes. Hey, never mind. Not what I'm looking for. Okay. Where that submarine's at, I have no idea.
Buoy away. Contact faded. Track. Buoy away.
Let's do above the layer. It might be above the layer.
Buoy away.
And while at it, unit reference the towed sonar array. Passive range of 24 kilometers. Okay, so 24 kilometers away. If I hit tab, will this give me what I'm looking for? It will. Okay. So active range of, we'll do 23.3 as a rough estimate of what we need to be within range of. Okay. Getting there. We're getting in range. Alrighty, we have eyes on a target. Let's go ahead and hit tab. They are some torpedoes. And not too sure where they came from. They came from low. Okay, so that submarine is definitely shooting at us. Finch, turn hard. Retract your towed array and go to a head flank, because I know you can go pretty fast. Okay, you drop down to altitude of around 20 feet. And then you... Give me one torpedo. Just shoot one off. See if we get lucky, see if we can get some noisemakers.
Turn to course. 3, 2, 0. Hell my.
Alright, just gotta run those torpedoes down, or let those torpedoes run out of steam, which I should be way faster than those torpedoes because they're only going... Oh, they're going like 45 kilometers actually. Ew, Finch is only able to hit like 20 something, or 30 I think, if it really tries. Did you launch a torpedo? There it goes. Okay, the torpedo is... Okay, the torpedo's there. It should go active here sooner or later. Surprisingly, the towed array did not give me any information whatsoever. So, we're just gonna reverse our course and then we'll swing back in. Technically, I don't have to do this, but I kind of want to hunt down that ship just because. But our flotilla is almost to the exit point. Of course, we are dropping more sonar buoys up ahead of the fleet. Here, let's see. Torpedo. What have you got? Ping on anything? You're going deep though. Not that much. Okay, now you're starting to level out. One thing that I will say with cold waters, is once the torpedo hit like a certain limit, it did start circling. That is a very, very effective way of finding a target. But of course, this will perform completely different. I see noisemakers down there.
Track.
Contact faded. We're at 7133.
Contact faded. Track.
Yep, those torpedoes are running out of steam.
Contact faded. Track. Submerged submarine. Contact
Oh
detected.
no! Okay, I was fast forwarding there for a second, and I managed to pick up the submarine for a brief second. Drop the noisemaker.
Contact faded. Track.
Submarine is definitely around this noisemaker right here.
Roger. Turn 2. Roger. Turn 272.
I'll have you drop a torpedo right there. Let's bring in our other helicopter closer.
6.
Don't know when these torpedoes are going to run out of steam, but I don't want to take that chance of turning around.
Get away. Roger. RTB.
Information. Type 205, Type 206, Albacora, or a Coben. Not too sure which of it could be. Those are our choices. Let's see what our torpedo does, though. I wish I had a sonar pod that I could dip. I could tell these helicopters to dip a sonar pod into the water. It looks like they have one, but they don't do it when they're close to the water.
Contact faded. Track. Roger. Go to altitude 20.
If anything, I could just have the ship catch up with the fleet. You are at an all-ahead flank, right?
Maneuvering eye.
How fast do you go? 29 knots? It's not that bad. The helicopter's still with the potential torpedo. Ah, you're out of torpedoes, so you're just gonna head back. Okay,
Roger. Turn 2.
but you're not out of these.
Buoy away.
Give me one right here.
Turn 1, 2, 4. Contact faded.
Oh, what is that you're dragging behind you?
Roger. Turn 107.
Okay, we got another noise.
Station. Contact faded. Track. Engage track. Roger. Turn 294.
We want you to ceasefire. Don't do what you're gonna do.
Roger. Turn 136.
Drop one.
Contact faded. Track.
Oh, actually, you.
Station.
Ah, that's really loud in my ears. Okay, you do have a sonar pod. What looks like a sonar pod? I don't know what that is actually. What is that that's hanging off the side of you? Okay, I don't know what that is. Give me one. Just engage with that. A little bit ahead of you. And then this Perry class, you're the one that's with the fleet, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, so we want this one to give me... Ah, those are both of your things. Those are both your torpedoes. Request identification.
On station.
Still hasn't dropped the... Anytime now.
Buoy away.
there goes the buoy. Okay.
Track 7137 is classified. Hostile submerged submarine.
Okay, let's get a little bit closer.
3-1.
I don't know what his depth is.
Whip it away.
Okay, there's one. Alright, we're going to tell you to ceasefire then.
Ceasefire, track.
I don't know why I dropped that torpedo so far away. I could have waited till I got a little bit closer.
Contact faded. Track.
Set up another sonar buoy right there.
Buoy away.
Okay, noise of 22.8 decibels. What could you possibly be? Let me see. Is this gonna help me triangulate where you
Track, type.
engage with that?
Whip in air, bad track, type.
Engage with.
Whip in air, bad track, type.
Oh, you're out of whatchamacallit. Okay, so you engage with that. Give me. See if you can't get a better position. But we look like we're about to get him. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I should have sent another torpedo or another ASW. Oh, got a hit. Got a hit.
Buoy away.
Perfect. Okay. You go this way.
050. Roger, turn 06.
And then give me a torpedo in the direction behind you.
Buoy away. Roger, turn 247.
Single shot this way. Or I could just tell you to shoot at whatever that is. No, I think they're out of torpedo, or they're both out of whatchamacallits. No, why did you...
Roger, RTB.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Both of y'all just returned the ship. Orders, return to base. That's
Roger, RTB.
absolute mess up of what I was trying to do. Aubrey Finch, do you have any helicopters that you can spare? Nope, they're both returning to base. Perry, do you have any helicopters that you can spare? Do you have two? Launch the pair of them. Oh, I think it might have passed. I think we might have got him. Okay. In that case, cancel that. Abort launch. Don't need him anymore. Is it still gonna go through the animation? I think it is. Oh, it was a whatchamacallit? This thing. A Romeo. Interesting. Well then. This is another one of those ships that you can get with the, you can get it in base game, Cold Wars, but I know with the DOT mod you definitely can get access to it. But, alright. I think most of the enemies are gone. I'm going to tell this Perry class to return to formation
Returning to formation.
at ahead flank,
Head flank.
and I will
Maneuvering eye.
come back when we're a little bit closer or if something else happens. Alrighty, we are almost to the evacuation point, or the strategic evac point, I guess, or point of friendly waters. I'm not too sure, but there you go. There's a quick little look at the game that I've been playing for the last week. I'm about to say Cold Waters. I have not played Cold Waters in a good while. Sea power, naval action in the missile age. Is that what this is called? I've forgotten completely. Yes, sea power, naval combat, and the missile age. There you go. We'll go with it like that. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. This is a small look at what this game can possibly be. As you can see, the map, it's literally the entire map of the world. You can go anywhere. I'm pretty sure if I set a course, yeah, I could set my fleet to go here. They'll get there in 0033. So that'll be in like 2 hours, 3 hours. In about 2 hours. 10, yeah, 11, 12. Yeah. So in about 3 hours they'd be here. If I were to sit here for an entire 3 hours, the fleet would eventually make it there. So this game has a lot of potential. I've seen different missions, like I said, on YouTube that are all kinds of maps, all kinds of scenarios. There's scenarios over here in the oh, what is this? About the Polynesians? That's not the Polynesians. The Polynesians down further south, I think. But we have Indonesia. We have missions over here with, of course, Thailand, with everything that's been going on in the news recently. There's stuff over about Hawaii. There's stuff near Indonesia and Guam, near Australia. There's scenarios even over here in the Gulf of Mexico, going, oh, whoa, what did I just zoom in on? Going into the Cold War, diving more into the Cold War, where you have to protect or stop freighters from getting into Cuba, as America, and vice versa as Russia trying to get freighters into Cuba. So there's all kinds of missions that you can play, all kinds of scenarios, and of course the map is messing up. There goes, Nat's back. But yeah, there you go. There's Cold Waters. I'm almost there. Let's go ahead and speed up just a little bit more, so we go across the line. But this game, I love this game. Like I said, I've been playing this for the past week. I've been like testing out just about all of the missions. Not all of them. There's some that I haven't done, as well as the Warsaw packs and the missions labeled other. Haven't done those just yet. Eventually, I will get around to it. And then there's also all kinds of things that you can use to help you when you're doing your scenarios. And then one thing that I completely forgot to show off, which is the formation, edit formation. You can tell these ships what kind of formation you want them to be in, and how spaced out that you want them to be in, who the formation leader is. Especially if you disband the group and say, I want a different formation leader. You can get a different formation leader, but there's so much that you can do in this game. There's so much that can be done for this game. I am so glad that I got this game. Other than, you know, like I said, the AI does kind of bug out every now and then. There's one issue with the helicopters where they'll be in a landing sequence, and if you're at full speed, obviously the helicopter won't be able to land. But even when you slow down, sometimes the helicopter will not land. Here we go. We're about to cross over the finish line here in like a couple more seconds. I think Texas needs to be the one that gets across the finish line, and then the other ships don't really matter too much. Yeah, there it goes. Decisive victory. Although we did lose our Permit class SSN, our submersible, which is, to be honest, that was a really bad attack that I did on the enemy submarine. But hey, we managed to get him. It was a Romeo class, an S-101. So, you know, that's good that we took him out. An eye for an eye. You know, we didn't really get to do too much with anti-air. Most of the mission, once we got past, like, towards Cyprus, I think that was Cyprus, is where we're at, or where the map took us at. But once we kind of got past, like, the little corner, like the Horn of Cyprus, it was kind of not really much happening. So most of it was just nothing but sailing, and the other ship catching up, the Perry class catching up to the rest of the fleet. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed it. I enjoy this game. I look forward to perhaps doing another scenario. I'm actually going to go and look at some of the scenarios that can be downloaded right now, and I might play this again. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and until the next one, bye-bye!